Oh boy, I'm ready for this chapter right now. Oh my god. Star and Stripe versus Shigaraki is the craziest fight we've had in this series. Let's get started. Chapter 332. She's bringing the pain, man. She brought down the lasers. Now she's gonna bring down the missiles. Let's get started. Okay, so the title of the chapter is State-of-the-Art Hypersonic Intercontinental Cruise. There's a mouthful for you. But yeah, we start with a little flashback with Star and her bros, the fighter pilots. And we just see them kind of hanging out. They're talking about how she's not that good at boosting herself up in terms of her own power, like physical power with her quirk. Like has been said, you know, she can't quite power herself up to All Might strength. And so she's kind of wondering, like, why that is, why she can't power herself up. And she said, she's thinking, those who know me well would say, at the end of the day, quirks reflect what's on the inside, which is interesting. So maybe part of her doesn't want to be, like, to use her quirk to become as strong as All Might, who she looks up to so much. And, but then she thinks, after all, maybe it's because Cassie's a girl. But then we see her bros don't actually feel that way. That's just kind of like her fear of what they would say to her. But she says, but they're actually really supportive of her. And like they're just saying, like, that's just how your quirk works, man. And if you need us to back you up, we'll always be there to back you up and pick up your slack. And they're saying, like, her problem is that she compares herself to All Might so much, which is a lot like someone else we know. But yeah. But they also say, but you're the only one who really has the potential to even come close to All Might. But yeah, so they're just having they're hanging out with each other, like just a nice flashback, which, you know, doesn't bode too well for these guys making it out of this fight. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, the flashback ends with her thinking to herself, I always hated those words, but they never once said that to me. And so I think she's talking about like because Cassie's a girl thing. I think those are the words she's talking about, but I could be wrong. But yeah, we cut back to the present with the Tiamat missile cluster like flying straight toward Japan. So the missiles are coming in, and one of the pilots is like, here they come. You're going to try to touch those hypersonic powder kegs? And then she's just holding Shigaraki down with her laser. She's like, yeah, but that'll mean undoing my laser rule. When I do, you boys take over with concentrated firepower. It was Shigaraki's just still sizzling, and he's just calmly thinking to himself, she must know that this isn't doing much to me. Which is honestly insane that he's gotten this powerful. His regeneration could just brush off this laser barrage, this like concentrated laser spear. And so he continues thinking to himself, this united laser blast is only meant to stun lock me via relentless damage. All of which tells me she realizes that without a single attack powerful enough to vaporize me into nothing, it's all pointless. Is she waiting for something? Something packing an even bigger punch than this? Okay, so this is interesting. So one of the pilots is saying, like, Roger, like, we'll keep them busy with our lasers while you switch over to one of the Tiamats. And then he goes, damn it, it's almost like... And then we get Shigaraki's inner monologue as he continues, no, it couldn't be. And yet, she must have a way. A make-or-break moment for us both. And so then we continue what the pilot was saying, and it kind of bleeds into what Shigaraki is thinking. So the pilot goes, damn it, it's almost like a shitty game. And then Shigaraki kind of finishes that thought of hot potato. So it's like a really tense countdown. Star's like, 3, 2, 1, and the missiles, I think she's got the missiles, and her giant air clone has the missiles in her hands as they show up. And the jets are starting to go down towards Shigaraki at the same time. Okay, so her air clone grabs the missiles, and they like almost rip her arm off with the force. And She goes, now before these things rip my arm off, and she touches one of them with her actual hand. She enforces a new order. Tiamat is redirected. I think this is either her or Shigaraki thinking, as long as the rule applies to even a single missile, and then Shigaraki launches up out of the sea just like that. Like, I think his flying gnome would just blasts up instantly. And then, but they're trying to shoot him with the lasers, but he's already moving. And so Star is like kind of twirling in the air, and the missiles are all like bundled together, and they're also like twirling around. And she goes, the title of the chapter, State-of-the-Art Hypersonic Intercontinental Cruise Punch! And so that's the full title. Because the title, it was just the first part, but like with 3 dots, like ellipses. But like, I guess the full thing is punch at the end. And there's just this massive shockwave. Just like this massive fuck off, like nuclear explosion. Just insanity. It just like seawater and like smoke and explosive force is just blasting everywhere. The pilots are getting blown back in their jets. And one of them goes, how's that? And then we just see the massive like shockwave of the clouds parting from a distance, and we finally see Endeavor, who's still flying there. He notices this. And Star is just kind of flying back in this really cool panel. And oh my god, the explosion was so insane. There's a crater in the ocean. Like on the sea floor, you can see there's a massive crater as the water like parts around it. Oh no, but Star notices there's a hole. Oh my god, ew. Oh my god, Horikoshi. Oh, that's so nasty. He's drawn Shigaraki in some fucked up ways. He loves drawing Shigaraki in really gross, nasty, creepy ass ways, but this takes the cake. This is the new standard right here. He looks disgusting. He looks like the Crypt Keeper's like trash. Like if you ran over a skeleton and like threw it in a pile of sludge, this is what he looks like. Oh my god. That's gross. His eye is like bursted, his skin is like gross and like peeling off. But he bursts out of the hole and he still has that creepy, elated smile on his face. That is the image that is going to stay with me, I think. Like, this is like, again, like, this is almost on some Junji Ito level, like, gross shit. But yeah, Star notices Shigaraki's launching up. Okay, so it turns out Shigaraki / All For One is definitely a thinker. Like, he's definitely got some of those All For One tactics. Shigaraki's also no slouch in that department. But it seems it was all about timing, and he used his decay to like tunnel into the ground right before the big impact. So he still took all this damage, you know, but at least he wasn't like vaporized. But so he picked the exact right second to like burrow under the ground. And so yeah, it was like a big gamble. And so, but he set the Nomu up as a decoy before he did it. And then he ends with saying, I'm just playing along with your nasty game of hot potato. So her fighter pilot buddies, you know, come in to back her up, of course, and give her a place to stand. The Shigaraki goes, up against anyone but me, that move would have finished the job. But you came up short for once. And you're taking that loss to the grave. And then someone goes, not on my watch. And we see just the crumpled remains of that Nomu that he was using. Now burst! And we see like electricity or something. And we just see a big flash. Oh, I think he's making his Nomu explodes. Because he goes, now burst. And we see like a charge, and then like the tattered remains of the Nomu explode in a big flash. and Shigaraki just zips up to the wing of one of the pilot's jets. He goes, "Me and myself make better use of your resources," and his face is just fucked up. One of the pilots goes, "Sock it to us, Star, because after all that damage," and the Star goes, "Not enough. He's regenerating too quickly." This pilot's down to sacrifice himself. He goes, "My crap going boom should blow him to bits." We see Star still has her big like stand air clone. It's like its hands are around the Shigaraki on the guy's jet. He goes, "Do it now, Star," and Star's face is just like in anguish. And like we see, it was one of the pilots, obviously from the main guy from the flashback in the beginning of the chapter. So he's the pilot here. Oh my god! But she can't do it. Oh my god! She smiles and she can't sacrifice this dude. And Shigaraki gets his hand on her like right in her face, which is very bad. Oh man, that's not good. That's not good, but at least we finally saw Endeavor in this chapter. He noticed. I don't really know what else. I don't know what he could really do in this situation because Shigaraki's literally touching her. But I hope it's just not over just like that. You know what I mean? Because that would really suck. She really showed what she could do in this fight, but there's no way if Shigaraki / All For One gets her quirk, then anything that they do to beat Shigaraki in the end is gonna be bullshit. Like it's not gonna make any sense. He's gonna be too powerful, so like it's not gonna be satisfying no matter what. So he cannot get this quirk. But we'll see what happens, man. I don't know, man. If he gets Star and Stripe's quirk, then Deku's gonna have to unlock like a time travel quirk or something. Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, I really hope Star doesn't die. That would suck. But she could not sacrifice one of her bros. So, like, she really is a hero. But yeah, that's it for my live reaction to 332, and this is Jutsu signing out.